The GMC Terrain has a comfortable interior and easy-to-use technology features, but a weak base engine, unresponsive transmission, and bouncy ride, along with a high price, keep the Terrain from standing out in the small SUV class. So, let's look at 10 things you need to know before buying the 2024 GMC Terrain. Acceleration is lethargic. The GMC Terrain comes with a single powertrain only, a 1.5-liter turbocharged inline-4 motor, producing 175 horsepower and 203 pound-feet of torque. This motor comes mated to a 9-speed torque converter automatic transmission and can be had with both front-wheel drive and all-wheel drivetrains. The performance is subpar, especially when compared to the refined and torquey motors offered by the rivals. The low end feels lethargic, and the car takes its own sweet time to build up revs and acquire speeds on the highways. Fast overtaking needs a lot of planning. The 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 8.9 seconds and the quarter-mile time of 17.2 seconds were among the worst in its class. Spacious cabin. The GMC Terrain sees no changes to the space, and we appreciate that. Ever since the second generation of the Terrain came out in 2018, it was considered as one of the best in terms of interior space, and it still retains this quality even after 4 years of being in continuous production. The front and the rear seats offer excellent under-thigh support and lower back support, and the wide armrest makes the passengers pretty comfy throughout the journey. The legroom, headroom, and shoulder room are excellent too, making it ideal for 5 passengers. With more than enough storage spaces coupled with a decent cargo capacity on offer, the family buyers would have no problems with the Terrain in the space front. Fuel efficiency isn't terrible. The GMC Terrain turned out to be a pretty well-rounded SUV in the segment, and hence the model managed to surprise us in terms of fuel efficiency. With no changes to the powertrain, the car could do 25 miles per gallon in the city and 30 miles per gallon on the highway, which equates to a combined gas mileage of 27 miles per gallon. The 14.9 gallons fuel tank capacity is one of the highest of the segment, and that equates to a decent combined tank range of 402 miles. Exterior design stands out. The exterior is where GMC has managed to shove in the most changes for the Terrain. When viewed from the front, the Terrain can be noticed with an even more masculine front bumper, updated grille design with neatly embossed GMC grille, and sharp-looking LED headlights with LED DRLs. The Denali and AT4 trims get slight front-end tweaks too. The classy design language has been used on the side and rear profile as well. However, the design remains quite identical to the 2023 model year. The subtle character lines, 19 inches wheels, depending on the trim, black side cladding, and many more highlight the side profile. The rear end has an LED taillight, integrated rear spoiler, and chrome and black accents, all of which look elegant. Interior quality leaves a lot to be desired. The interior quality is where the GMC Terrain truly disappoints us. The cabin of the Terrain is filled with hard, scratchy plastic, and that does bog down the traveling experience quite a bit. Coming at a base manufacturer's suggested retail price of $30,095, it is the most expensive compact SUV, and compared to the rivals, the interior quality is unacceptable. The dashboard and door cards come covered with cheap plastics that are found in the much more economical Chevrolet Equinox. The panel fitment was pretty uneven in some places, and that is not acceptable at this price point. The car also exhibited squeaks and rattles, which can also be attributed to the poor build. Sharp braking performance. The GMC Terrain scores highly in terms of braking performance. Coming with the 11.8 inches front rotors and 11.3 inches rear rotors, along with 4-wheel ABS, high-performance Duralife rotors, and a few more braking features, the Terrain managed to do the 60 to 0 miles per hour braking in just 130 feet. Mash on the brake pedal while driving on the highways, and this compact SUV manages to shed speed with utmost comfort. The car doesn't lose its composure when doing so, and the superb braking progression on offer means that the vehicle comes to a halt in no time. The brake fade and nosedive are minimal too. Superb ride quality. Ride quality has always been a unique selling proposition of the GMC Terrain, and we are happy to report that GMC hasn't changed that. The soft suspension setup on the Terrain makes for a comfortable traveling experience at slow city speeds, absorbing all the bumps and potholes on the roads with ease. Even while driving through the freeways, the soft suspension doesn't produce any pitching and bobbing. The vertical movement is well under control, and even the body roll, which is commonly seen in cars with the softer setup, turned out to be pretty low. All of these help the car to be ranked pretty high in the list of family buyers. Driving dynamics is not its USP. With a soft suspension setup and steering that is not very communicative, the Terrain is not going to excite anyone who drives it. Drive the car enthusiastically on some tight winding roads, and you would be pretty disappointed with the overall driving feel this SUV puts across, especially in comparison to the dynamically sorted Mazda CX-5. The car rewards you with quite a lot of understeer, and that is something the enthusiasts hate while taking corners. The chassis is not very communicative, and the steering is a bit of a disappointment due to no major feel and feedback on offer. However, take things a bit slow, and you would be alright with how the car behaves. Scores well on the safety front. There are no changes to the build quality of the GMC Terrain, which has always been impressive. The exterior panels are made of high-tensile steel, and the car does feel very taut and well put together. All the safety and driver assistance features are offered as standard too. The standard driver assistance features include automated emergency braking, pedestrian detection, lane departure warning, lane keeping assist, and many more. However, adaptive cruise control is an optional extra. With the good build quality and a long list of safety features on offer, the car received an overall crash safety rating of 5 stars in the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration crash and a good rating in many of the subsections of the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety crash test. Infotainment is intuitive. The 8 inches GMC infotainment system comes unchanged to the 2024 Terrain and retains all the qualities of the outgoing model. This includes a long list of features like wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM radio, Bluetooth, aux connectivity, voice recognition, and many more. However, the in-dash navigation is offered as standard with the Denali trim only. The heads-up display is standard for the Denali trim too, however. All the other trims can have it from the optional list. When it comes to the interface, we found this touchscreen infotainment to be pretty intuitive, and the 6-speaker audio system offers great audio quality.